Jane students, welcome to the science class. I hope all of you are fine at your home. Today we are going to discuss the types of thermometer. In the last lecture we discussed how to convert Kelvin into Celsius and Celsius into Kelvin, how to convert Celsius into Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit into Celsius, and how to convert Kelvin into Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit into the Kelvin. Now today we will discuss the types of the thermometers. In your syllabus there are three types of the thermometer they are given, and those types of the thermometer are laboratory thermometer, this thermometer we are using in our labs, and second thermometer is clinical thermometer, and third one is digital thermometer. I will discuss one by one with you. So first of all, laboratory thermometer. As the name it depicts that this thermometer is used in our labs during experiments. So such a thermometer is the laboratory thermometer. Now in this thermometer also, what we are having? We are having a narrow glass tube, but its length is very large in comparison to the clinical thermometer. And here we are having a bulb. This bulb, it contains mercury, and after that, let us say this is the lining, and this lining it represents the mercury. So laboratory thermometer, the range of laboratory thermometer is -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Now how to use the laboratory thermometer? Take the laboratory thermometer, and if I want to know the temperature of the liquid which is kept in this substance, I will dip this thermometer here, right? And within a minute, this thermometer it will show the temperature of this liquid. If I want to measure the temperature of a solid, I will keep this thermometer in contact with this, and I can measure the temperature of the solid with the help of this clinical thermometer. Now there are certain precautions that we have to follow. The first precaution is that this thermometer should be held vertical while taking the readings. And second precaution is that, let us say this is the substance whose temperature I want to know. If I want to know its temperature, then this substance must be in contact with the thermometer while taking the reading. That is, if I remove this substance from the thermometer, what will happen? You will find that there is decrease in the reading of thermometer. There is change in the reading of thermometer. If this substance is cold, then its reading may increase on removing, on detaching, and if this body is hot, then its temperature it can decrease. So the body or the solution it must remain in contact with the thermometer while taking the reading. Third point is that our eyes and thermometer marking must be properly aligned. What does it mean? there must be proper alignment between our eyes and the divisions on the thermometer, so that we can record the correct reading. And if thermometer is down and I am looking here, what will happen? I will not be able to find the correct reading. For the correct reading, there should be the proper alignment. And the fourth point is that sometimes we see the hot water. If you put this thermometer immediately into the hot water, what will happen? Its bulb can break. Because what happens? Because the bulb is not able to expand quickly. Because of that, it can break. And the fifth point is that it is the mercury. There is a note that why we use mercury? Because mercury can expand or contract quickly. For this reason, we use mercury. So these are the points about the laboratory thermometer. So laboratory thermometer, it is the thermometer which is used in our labs, and its temperature range is -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. This thermometer, it consists of a narrow glass tube and in which mercury is filled, and there is a bulb, right? And when bulb is placed in contact with the substance whose temperature we want to note, then what happens? There is increase in the level of the mercury. And whatsoever is the level of the mercury, that gives us the temperature reading of that substance. And precautions I have told you, there must be the proper alignment between eye and the thermometer. And second point is that thermometer must be kept vertical to ensure the correct reading. And the thermometer, it must not be put immediately into a very hot substance, because they can break the bulb of the thermometer. And why we use the mercury? Because mercury can expand or contract quickly, right? And one most important point is that while taking the reading, the thermometer bulb, it must remain in contact with the substance whose temperature we want to measure. Now after this thermometer, let's do the clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is similar to the laboratory thermometer, but there is a one big difference. What is that? That I am going to tell you. Clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is the thermometer which is used to find the temperature of human beings. So that thermometer is the clinical thermometer. So clinical thermometer is the clinical thermometer is the thermometer which is used to measure temperature of human beings So that thermometer is called the clinical thermometer. Again, this clinical thermometer, it consists of a narrow tube. This narrow tube is called the capillary, and here we are having a bulb of this thermometer, and the range of this thermometer, is 35 degrees Celsius to the 42 degrees Celsius. And in this thermometer, what we are having? We are having the mercury. The reason is that mercury is a shining, and this mercury, it can expand or contract quickly. And second point is that there is a kink there. What is the purpose? Its purpose is that when we put the thermometer into our mouth under the tongue. After a minute or two, the thermometer will show our body temperature. And if we remove the thermometer from our mouth, the mercury will fall down. The mercury level will fall down because surrounding temperature is less. So what will happen? This particular kink, it will not allow the mercury to fall down. Right? So this is the major difference between the clinical and the laboratory thermometer. And second difference is the range of clinical thermometer is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, whereas the range of the laboratory thermometer was minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Now, again there are some points that we must keep in our mind. First of all, before putting the thermometer into somebody's mouth, this thermometer, it should be masked, it should be washed properly, so that the germs of one person, they could not be transmitted into the other person. If there is a person who is having fever, and if he takes out his thermometer, what happens? Doctor puts that thermometer into some solution. What that solution will do? That solution will kill the harmful germs that were with the bulb or other part of this thermometer. So before giving the thermometer, before the thermometer to be used by some other person, this thermometer, it should be washed properly. Right? So this is the first point. And second point is that again there should be proper alignment of the eyes and the thermometer, like this. It should not be like thermometer is here and I'm taking the reading from here. There should be the proper alignment of eye and the thermometer, so that the reading can be made properly. And the third point is that if somebody's temperature is 40 degrees Celsius or above 40 degrees Celsius, that person must immediately contact the doctor, because our body temperature is, if it is greater than 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, it means there is a big problem with our body and we should immediately consult the doctor. Fourth point is that this thermometer, it should not be put into the hot water, because its range is 45 degrees, 35 degrees Celsius, 42 degrees Celsius. If you put it into the hot water, it will break immediately. Why it breaks immediately? Because expansion cannot be done according to up to that level. Alright, so these are the points that we have to keep in our mind. So this was about the clinical thermometer. And why we use the mercury? We use the mercury because mercury is shining. Since it is shining, so this mercury, it can be seen in a very easy way. We can detect the temperature in a very easy way, that up to where you see the shining, we can say that is the temperature. If shining is there up to this, we will say that this is the temperature of a person. If shining is here, I can say this is the temperature of the person. Right? And second point is that mercury expands or contract very quickly. So because of this reason also we use this clinical thermometer. And the next category of thermometer is digital thermometer. So I am having digital thermometer at my home. So I will show you what is a digital thermometer. Let me tell you about the digital thermometer. Now this is the digital thermometer. If I press this, you are seeing that there are digits there. So that thermometer is the say digital thermometer. This thermometer is the say digital thermometer. So if you want to measure your body temperature, if this thermometer is washed properly, you will put this thermometer under your tongue, and after 2 minutes you will find there is some beep. So first of all, let me wash the thermometer, then I will tell you how to measure its temperature. Now you can hear the beep sound, right? So in this way we can use this thermometer, digital thermometer. Now let me tell you about the digital thermometer. Now in a digital thermometer, in a digital thermometer there is a screen, and the reading of the screen, it tells us about the say temperature. This digital thermometer, it does not contain mercury. It does not contain mercury. It does not contain mercury. Since it does not contain mercury, so it is not based on the expansion. It is based on the say variation of some property with temperature. That property, it could be resistance, etc., that you study in your higher classes. So that thermometer is the say digital thermometer. And nowadays we are using the digital thermometer because these digital thermometers are accurate. And the second benefit of the digital thermometer is that if a thermometer breaks, in mercury thermometer, what happens? The mercury comes out, and that mercury is not good for our health. So what happens? Its disposal, it's a big problem. Whereas in case of digital thermometer, although there is some plastic, but it is not as much as toxic as mercury is. So these are the say benefits of the digital thermometer, and nowadays this digital thermometer is commonly used by the doctors. And the benefit of this thermometer is that when this thermometer records the temperature, there is a beep sound, and after that beep sound you can take out this. So let me show you how this thermometer it works. Again, let me put in my mouth. So put this thermometer under your tongue so that its bulb, it lies under this tongue, and when you hear the beep sound, it means your body temperature, it will be shown here, right? So in this way we can measure it. And proper precaution is that you need to wash it properly. It's particularly its lower portion, and remember, no water should be on this side because it is made up of some electronic components, and when the water comes, it is likely to damage. So you have to wash it up to that, so that this thermometer it doesn't get damaged. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.